Hey everyone, it is Mimi Alcala. We are here at Borderline Bar and Grill right off of Moore Park Road. This is where the FBI and Ventura County Sheriff's Department has been staged all morning long. We've been here since about 5:30 this morning. They've been posted up right over here outside where their staging area is right now, continuing their investigation. It looks like they're having a little briefing at the moment right now, right behind us. If you go ahead and take a look there. This is again off of Moore Park Road. The entire area has been closed off for quite some time. There's a lot of media out here as well. This is where more than a dozen innocent people lost their lives when the gunman entered that building that you see right over there and started shooting overnight. We've heard from survivors who have been describing the horrific scene to us playing out in front of their eyes as they were just trying to enjoy a night of country line dancing. That's what this bar and grill is very popular for. We're told the shooter just walked in around 11:20 Wednesday night, didn't say a word to anyone, and then just began firing off his gun, taking those 12 innocent lives. Witnesses say some type of smoke bomb was thrown in. They were telling us it was very difficult to see around them. It was very hard for them to know where they were going. I know there was about more than 100 people inside, and a lot of them were trying to run out at the same time. Some people even told us that they were getting trampled in there as they were trying to get outside. Again, there was some type of smoke bomb thrown in, making it really hard for everyone to see. The gunman managed to shoot 12 people inside, and more than 20 others were hurt from trying to get out. Some of them had to jump out of windows to make it out alive. We're told that some of the people who work here were throwing bar chairs out of these windows to make it accessible for these people to try to jump out of. Deputies did get in around 11:22 last night. They got here then, and then they entered about 4 minutes later, we were told earlier this morning. Later on, they did find the gunman, 28-year-old Ian Long. He was dead inside as well, and officials believe he shot himself. His neighbors, we talked to them, I would say a few hours ago, and they were describing him to us as an introvert, someone who rarely came out of his home. He shared with his mother on Fowler Avenue. That's only about 6 miles away from where we're standing right now, so very close by. They tell us that they believed he suffered from PTSD after serving in the military for several years. Ventura County Sheriff, we heard from them earlier this morning as well, telling us that he had several run-ins with the law over the last few years, including a call to his house for a disturbance. That was back in April. Neighbors told us that they actually called 911 because they heard him screaming and banging on walls. And some other neighbors we talked to said that that was a common thing that they would hear when they were walking up and down the street. This man I spoke to who was walking his dog says he would always hear arguing, he would always hear screaming, but wasn't sure exactly what was going on. And for those of you who are just joining us, we are at the Borderline Bar and Grill. This is that area where the horrific mass shooting took place overnight. 12 people were killed, including a sheriff's deputy who responded here at 11:22 last night. He had just talked to his wife. He entered the building about 4 minutes later, and that's when the gunman did shoot him. He was transferred to the hospital, and that's where he later died. We're told he was a 29-year veteran and of the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, and he was actually set to retire next year. So just absolutely devastating out here this morning, throughout the day. Again, there's a lot of media out here as well. If you could just take a look down the street, we'll show you. And this is what it looks like over there on Fowler Avenue, where the shooter lived with his mother in a house there. Just the same exact scene, really. A lot going on here. Just an absolutely devastating time for all of the victims, all of the families, everyone affected by this shooting. It is something that we're going to keep an eye on and continue updating you with as we continue to learn more. Right now, we haven't heard about a motive just yet. That is something that we're continuing to look into. For now, I'll send it back to you. Mimi Alcala, 10 News.